Is the drinking water safe in Panama? Panama uses the same plug types as the US and Canada. Visiting during a festival? You're in for a treat. Coming from the US, there's no need to exchange money. Uber prices here are most likely much cheaper than what you're used to paying. If you have mobility or vision impairments, navigating Panama will be very challenging. You won't be able to use it unless you have a bank account here. Before you pack your bags for Panama, there's one thing you need to know. Panama is more than just the canal. From rich cultural traditions to surprising and sometimes perplexing infrastructure, Panama is a country of contrasts and diversity. Whether it's Afro-Panamanian Congo dancing, breathtaking natural beauty, or a variety of lifestyles, Panama has it all. But what do you really need to know before you go? Today I'm breaking down exactly what you need to know before visiting the beautiful country of Panama. From immigration, currency, to transportation, bugs, safety, accessibility, and some fun facts. Stick around until the end, especially if you're planning to be in Panama for more than 12 hours and are heading on to certain other countries. I've got something you absolutely need to know. Nestled between Costa Rica and Colombia, Panama is a vibrant country known for its iconic canal. Home to around 4.4 million people, it's small but fascinating, with beaches, mountains, rainforests, a major capital city, rich culture, and more. Panama is incredibly diverse. Afro-Panamanian, Caribbean, Indigenous, Latino, Asian, Middle Eastern, European, and more, all blending into one uniquely Panamanian identity. Panamanians are generally friendly, helpful, and proud of their culture. But be patient here, things move slowly, so just sit back, relax, and enjoy the slower pace. For example, you might need to ask for the bill at restaurants. Don't wait around expecting it automatically. Panama has a strong protest culture, but they tend to focus on political or economic issues. So don't be alarmed, just plan for possible traffic disruptions. Visiting during a festival? You're in for a treat. The official language is Spanish, but many people, especially in Panama City and some tourist areas, speak at least some English. You'll likely hear English in hotels and some restaurants in the city, but the further you go out, the more Spanish you'll need. A translation app will be your best friend if you don't speak Spanish. People are generally patient and happy to help you, especially if you smile. Panama uses two currencies, the US dollar and its own coins called the Balboa. The Balboa coins are the equivalent in size and value to the US coins and are used interchangeably. So if you're coming from the US, there's no need to exchange money. But don't bring Balboas back home thinking you can use them there. Credit cards will work in most places, but you'll need cash for small shops, street vendors, and taxis. You might see signs around that say Yappy accepted. That's a local instant payment app for people with certain Panamanian bank accounts. As a tourist, you won't be able to use it unless you have a bank account here. Panama doesn't have a big tipping culture, but tips are appreciated and go a long way here. When paying by credit card, you may be asked if you want to leave a tip. People commonly tip between 10 and 20%. Panama is on Eastern Standard Time all year long. No daylight savings time here. Sancocho is Panama's national dish, a hearty chicken stew made with yuca, corn, and cilantro. It's warm, comforting, and full of flavor. Give it a try while you're here. Panama has two seasons, hot and hotter. Tee! I'm just kidding. They have two seasons, the dry and the rainy season. The dry season is roughly December through May, and the rainy season is May through November. During the rainy season, it doesn't rain all day every day, but you can expect anything from a light drizzle to a heavy downpour. Panama City is generally hot and humid, but mountain towns like Boquete offer cooler temperatures, especially at night. Wear what makes you feel comfortable. For hot and humid areas, pack light and breathable clothing. In Panama City, bring a light jacket or a sweater. Hotels and restaurants often blast the AC here. In mountain towns, evenings can get quite chilly, so bring some lighter layers. I would also pack a poncho or a small umbrella. Those quick rain showers can sneak up on you. I always walk around with a neck fan here because you just never know how hot it can get. Bring your repellent. Some less frequented areas by tourists have higher risk for mosquito-borne illnesses like dengue, malaria, and yellow fever. Don't panic, you can still come. Just be aware. Just use your repellent, especially if you're heading to the jungle or beach areas. Is the drinking water safe in Panama? It depends on where you are and your stomach sensitivity. In Panama City, I've been drinking the tap water for 3 years with no issues. In some rural areas, or for example Bocas del Toro, stick to the bottled water. Panama uses the same plug types as the US and Canada, types A and B, 2 flat pins with or without a grounding pin. No adapters are needed if you're coming from North America. At the time of this recording, US, Canadian, and EU passport holders don't need a visa to enter Panama for tourism. Again, this is for tourism, not to live or to work. Your passport must be valid for at least 3 months, but I recommend playing it safe and going with 6 months. You also need 1 blank passport page per stamp. A return or onward ticket is required. Immigration may ask for proof of it. I live in Panama and had to present my resident card when checking in for my one-way flight here. Do not skip this step. These are the main airports you'll likely use as a traveler: Tocumen and Albrook, and has regional airports in David, Bocas del Toro, Panama Pacifico, and Rio Alto. Panama drives on the right side of the road. Getting around Panama City is fairly easy. Outside the city, options become more limited. The driving style here, well, let's just say it's assertive. Lane lines are optional, turn signals are rare, and honking is basically a love language. Watch out for those taxis. They can stop abruptly and at an angle, or swerve suddenly to grab a passenger. Taxis don't use meters, so negotiate your fare before getting in. Research rates ahead of time to avoid being overcharged. There are some driving apps here like Uber and InDriver, and they work very well in Panama City, but may not always be available in other regions. Uber prices here are most likely much cheaper than what you're used to paying. Food delivery drivers on mopeds like for Uber Eats drive like they're playing Frogger. Stay alert. Panama has a great public transportation system in the city and is expanding its rail lines. The bus system is robust and can take you all over the country, from the mountains of Boquete to the jungles in the Darien. You can even hire private drivers, typically for about $15 an hour, depending on the distance and location. Sometimes they'll quote you a flat fee depending on the distance. Oh, and build in a buffer time for traffic, especially when you're flying out or heading to certain appointments. Panama is considered one of the safer countries in Central America, but still, use common sense. Petty theft can happen, so keep your phone and bag close. And again, use insect repellent and protective clothing in mosquito-heavy areas. As someone with cerebral palsy, I can say Panama is not very accessibility friendly. While some areas like Costa del Este are walkable, most places do not follow ADA standards. Expect uneven or broken sidewalks, steep ramps, if any ramps at all, stairs without any handrails, and entrances without any accessibility features. If you have mobility or vision impairments, navigating Panama will be very challenging. It's doable, but it's challenging. Some say reggaeton originated here. Look up the artist El General. Don't be surprised if you hear uncensored rap music in the mall. Yes, the unedited version. I had to clutch my pearls a couple of times while shopping here. And finally, here's a very important tip I alluded to in the beginning of this video. If you've been in Panama for more than a certain period of time and are traveling onward to certain countries, you may be required to have a yellow fever vaccination. No vaccine, no boarding. I was denied departure to the Bahamas over this, so don't take the risk. Check the latest travel health requirements based on your next destination. So now you know before you go to Panama. Until the next video, remember, the world is yours. You just have to find your place in it.